Sometimes in tragedy, we find direction.
You talk about fateful incidents, happenings in people's lives, and I think we all have them, and this was mine.
Gutierrez was a college student in 1990, not knowing what he wanted to do with his life, when he was introduced to a local teaching pro named Jack Hardwick.
You book a 30-minute lesson with him, and the next thing you know, it's 45 minutes he's still teaching. But he wanted to give of himself to every certain person he came into contact with.
4 years later, on November 7th, 1994, on their way back from a golf tournament, the two were involved in an accident that changed the course of Derek's life.
We heard a loud noise from the rear end of the car, really loud clank. And at that point, he began to swerve. Jack couldn't control the vehicle. We went into immediate roll. Witnesses said we rolled 7 or 8 times. It seemed like an eternity from the beginning to the end of the wreck, and climbed out of the vehicle, and some people were there to assist me to the ground because I was bleeding, and they told me your partner in the car is dead, not going to make it. And in the ride to the hospital in the ambulance, I'm laying there and I was probably in shock at the point, but I do remember it crossing my mind that, I think that I want to emulate everything that Jack's done and been to so many people, and be a golf professional.
That's just what he did. Derek Gutierrez is now the director of golf and general manager at the Santa Ana Golf Course.
I knew that Jack would want me to make something of myself, learn from the incident, become a better person for everyone around me.
A golf club, recovered and refurbished from that tragic day, sits in Derek's office as a reminder of the impact Jack had on his life.
It was tough to see things like this and reminders of that day, but now is a symbol and a reminder of that day and the impact it had on my life and the impact Jack had on so many people.
But the story doesn't end there. We've heard of Pay It Forward. Well, with the help of local professional Todd Kirstein, they came up with Play It Forward. Every so often, he brings a set of used golf clubs and comes down near mile marker 201 where Jack had passed and places them here, along with a note.
Take these clubs to learn the game of golf or to share the game of golf with someone, and make sure that you do the same for someone else down the road. He was 5 foot tall, probably had a size 8 shoe, but that said, never be able to fill those shoes. He's an amazing person that I still look up to, but the impact was forever.
Maybe in the tragedy of losing Jack, Derek found a way to continue living with him through a life of golf. That's a champion spirit. In Albuquerque, I'm JP Murrieta, KOB Eyewitness Sports 4.